Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Bro Conky. Hey, Crapcaster Mage. Hey, Carl. How's it going? It's going all right for me. You know, Sunday, but it feels like, it could be like a. It feels like it could be like a Tuesday right now. Who knows? Hey, No Name Senor. Hey, Maholnik. Every day is kind of bleeding into each other these days. So, there we are. We need to keep that, don't we? We need to keep that. What am I lifting that away for? And I need to put these over here, like this. Will these fit here? There we go. Guess I could put them like this. There you go. That's good. Those are our boxes for our bags. We got our bags here. We've got everything set up and ready to go. I guess I can put it kind of like here. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Make it a little easier for me. You guys can hear me, everything? Everything seems okay? Video's good. Sound is good. I hope. Everything's working out. How are y'all doing on this fine Sunday? Welcome to the grab bag filling out video that we do once a month. I gotta see, I gotta make sure I can get to this if I need it. Down here. Move some things around. That there for the moment. Art cards. My loading ready run pin right there. I don't think we can lose. Famous last words. Hey, how's it going, MTG Hermit? Going for a walk? Nice. It's always good to stay active during these times, right? Can I pull that down? Is that... Yeah, there we go. A little better there. You can see my keyboard off to the side over here. The camera is really zoomed out today for some reason. I don't know. But you still can't quite see all the box. The box, I guess I could like turn the box. Let's see if this works. If I put the box this way, put this here, now you can see the whole box. Right? Let's see if you can see the whole box. When I take the lid off, can you see all the rows? Yeah, it's a little cut off. I don't know if I like the look of that. I don't know if I like the way that looks. And yes, Connor, exactly. It'll be too hard to pull the cards that way. Absolutely. I'm just trying to see what the best way for the camera angle is. Okay. Anyway, we've got this here. We got these fine things right here. There it is. All that good stuff. Okay. Excuse me. Hey, Matt S. How's it going? So we've got everybody here. We've got Kyra, we've got Twilight's Eve, we've got Tice, we've got Raphael, we've got Matt N, we've got Tom D, we've got MTG Unpacked, we got Tyler B, we got Hunter Issis, we got Paz Brown, we got Heather T, we got Broke Honky, we got Gordon N, we got Connor M, we got Jordan W, we got Kitchen Finks, we got Joseph Y, we got Ken F, we got Chris M, we got Father Frodo, we got Logan B, we got Greg L, we got Sam M, we got Kyle T, we got Rick C, we got Matt W, we got Kazan, we got Matt S, we got Mike V, we've got Tony W, we've got Brad, we've got Eric, we've got Carl, we've got Peter, and we've got Jonathan. So that's everybody that's in for this month. if you want to get your name on one of these lands and want to get cards yourself every month, you can go check out my Patreon page. Should be a link below in the description to get there. Lots of things, lots of tiers to sign up to, lots of different things. The list is so huge now. I mean, yeah. We had like a big explosion. I would say like, so like when I started the Patreon, it trickled in, right? Like it was very trickly. It was a slow trickle at the beginning, and we got a lot of people joining, and then, you know, people leaving and all that kind of stuff. So like it was very much like an in and out, like revolving door kind of thing. Like there are a lot of people who signed up to my Patreon originally back when I first started it that are now no longer patrons, right? You know, for various reasons. You know, things come up, right? Of course, as always, and you know. Interests shift and change as well, right? But then, like, I think it was like last year. It was probably like must have been last year, or like maybe just at the end of 2018. We got like a huge influx of people. I think there was like 3 months in a row where I was getting like 5 or 6 new patrons each month, and I was like, "What the heck is going on?" One land is backwards. Well, we'll fix it. Don't worry. See? Thank you for catching that, Carl. Hey, Rick. Hey, Bob. I want to get a good shuffle going, so I'm going to even do this. Because I've been finding... I don't know if you guys have noticed... But I've been finding that people kind of get clumped together. So it's like they know that if this person gets drawn, they get drawn after them. And I don't want that to be the case. And that's just an issue with my shuffling versus anything else. This will split people up good. There we go. Hey, Corbin. How's it going? You've been a patron for over 3 years, yeah. Yeah, I have. So right now, I believe Logan is my longest running patron. Followed closely by Tony. And I don't know, like, it doesn't actually tell me, unless I specifically go in. Like, I have the Patreon stuff open here, so let me just go see. It doesn't actually tell me how many months someone's been a patron. Like, it doesn't tell me. I have to specifically go and click on your profile. So, like, for instance, here, MTG Herman, I click on your profile, and now I can see that you've been a patron for 31 months, is what it tells me. Okay? So, you're almost at 3 years. You're 5 months shy of 3 years, right? Is what this says, according to this. Now, it's funny, because it does say here, you've been my patron for 3 years, right? But then you've been a patron for 31 months, right? Which is 5 months short of 3 months. Right, so you're over the 2.5 month mark, or 2.5 year mark, right? I'm trying to divide now. You know it, Rick. Always. Are you 2 years yet? I mean, yeah, I think so. Where are you? You're here. Yours tells me 24 months. This is your 2-month anniversary right now, bro, Conky. Look at that. Look at that. Corbin, I think you did, and I think I sent out your stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I sent out your stuff. I have some stuff here sitting, waiting to go out still, but not to you. I mailed your stuff out last week or the week before. That's some bad rounding. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how it does it, because I mean, like, it probably is the keyword or whatever that it shows. I click yours as well, Rick. Yeah, okay, let me check yours. Rick, yeah, you're up there too, Rick. Don't worry. Let's see here. Where are you? There's Rick. Rick has been around for 34 months. So Rick, you're close. You're 2 months away from from that good old 3-year mark. Should be soon, Corbin, I would imagine. I mean, I mailed it out last week. I think it was that I went to the post office and mailed out a few things, and yours was included in that grouping. So you should get it soon, I would imagine. It probably takes about a week for it to get there. I know that I was a bit delayed getting your stuff out from when you emailed me about it, because I was waiting for a few things to come together to mail everything out. Not just yours, but like the other people as well. I wanted to make one trip to the post office. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. This silly, yeah. There's lots of stuff going on. Hey, Jonathan, I saw your message on Patreon about the bundle. That's fine. We'll just open 2 for you next month when Ikoria hits. Okay. I actually have Bob Jones, who's in the chat. He's one of my longtime Twitch viewers. So he's been with me since I think I started streaming on Twitch 3.5, almost 4 years ago, maybe more than that. I don't know, how long have I been streaming on Twitch, Bob? Maybe it's 5 years now since I started doing things with like the other companies that I started with before I sort of branched out on my own. And Bob's been around since that, and he messaged me the other day when I was streaming and was like, "Hey, how do I get my hands on some of those sweet Godzilla cards that are coming out for Magic?" And I went, "Okay, yeah." So he actually wants to get in on some stuff next month, so that's gonna be cool. And Bob's gonna give me the opportunity to open the cards for you guys to see, and then I'll ship them to him. So that's pretty sweet. So thank you very much for that, Bob. I appreciate it. He's not a Magic player. He's never really been interested in Magic, but those Godzilla cards hooked him. They hooked him. See, and this is the thing that Wizards is doing right now. And this was when I saw the first few spoilers. I try not to look at all the spoilers, but it's hard to not see them when my Twitter feed is literally just Magic people now, right? So like it's just like spoiler card, spoiler card, spoiler card, spoiler card, right? All right. Okay, Jonathan. Yeah, no problem. But it's really hard to not see the spoilers. But when I saw the first spoilers and I saw that it was like they're bringing in like these like mythical monsters and stuff from like movies and TVs and TV series and stuff, and I was like, okay, we're jumping off the deep end here in the Magic world and trying to pull in another niche group of people into this game. Which is kind of funny to me. So I think that like it's gonna be interesting, because I feel like you're gonna get people like Bob who don't necessarily want to play Magic, but they want to collect these cards because they've got these iconic kaiju, right? Creatures, right? And so they're gonna get an influx of purchasing, right, from people who just want to collect it, but then they don't want to play it. But then they'll see a draw, like when the next set comes out, if it doesn't follow that same kind of pattern of another niche market to pull it in for collecting, they'll see a huge drop in the purchasing of cards, right? See, he wants the Godzilla cards. Exactly. It's interesting, Matt. I agree. Like, it's an interesting perspective of how to pull in more people, right? How do you get more people in bed with your product? Well, you offer them something that they actually want in your product, right? So that's what they're doing, which makes sense. It's just, I think in the short term, it's an interesting idea to see how it works. I think in the long term, it probably won't work out the way they want it to. And I don't know myself. I'm not like a huge fan of kaiju or anything like that, but that's because I just never really got into that stuff. So this one doesn't really bother me at all, because I'm like, whatever, it's still Magic, I'm going to play. But like, if they come along and do something that like, I'm like, I have no interest in that like fantasy group thing, right? It might push some people who are adamantly against those fan bases out of their game, who have been playing their game for years, right? Like, there may be some people out there that hate Godzilla, right? And they're just like, I hate those movies. They're the worst, campiest garbage, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not saying that I'm one of those people. I'm saying that there will be people out there like that, right? And so then those people who are playing Magic might be like, I'm out of this game. This game has jumped the shark. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm not coming back, right? They're trying to do campy, gimmicky things to pull people in, and they're pushing their actual player base out, right? So it's an interesting thing. Like, we'll see what happens, right? That's what I'm saying is like, it'll be interesting to see what they do moving forward and which other sort of like niche fan bases they try to attract into the game, right? Because it could make or break things, right? It could make stuff really cool and interesting in Magic, or it could really just push people out of wanting to even play the game, and now the game is just a collectible card system. It's not even a game anymore. It's just a collectible card, series, right? Anyway, different discussion. That's a different discussion for us, right? So, we've shuffled this all up. We have no idea who's where. Who wants to... I guess we should show off what we've added, right? We should probably show off what we've added. I left it all on the front, and I didn't even shuffle this up yet. So let me just... I think it's like... Where is it? Like right there? Okay. So, this is what we've added this month. We've got a foil Divine Visitation. We've got a Hallowed Fountain. A Klothys, God of Destiny in the Showcase border. We've got a Temporal Mastery from the Mystery Boosters. We've got Lightning Greaves from the Mystery Boosters. We've got a Thran Dynamo. We've got a Curious Obsession. We've got an Authority of the Councils. We've got an As Foretold. We have a Drowned Catacombs. We have Azusa, Lost but Seeking. We have a Dark Depths. And we have a Buried Alive. So those are the things we added this month to the pile. So let's just go ahead and shuffle those into the pile. And we haven't added anything to the grand prize pool yet. The Azusa was close. She comes in at around $30, and we put the cutoff at $40 for the grand prize pool. You're just in time, Raphael. That's right. We're just getting started. We went on a huge, 15-minute rant about Ikoria and how they're trying to pull in, a different niche market into their game system, which doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It just means it's going to be interesting to see how they try to handle it moving forward. And like Matt said, next they'll work with, the Game of Thrones and introduce some, shenanigans with that. It's possible, right? Who knows? Maybe, right? They'll definitely be doing some different things. That's for sure. I could see them trying to pull in some sort of ridiculous now that they've brought in Godzilla and things like that. I can see them totally trying to bring in things go back to Aether Revolt, but this time instead of it being servos and thopters and stuff, it's mechs, Gundams, right? And they're yeah, look at these sweet mechs, these robots. And you're okay, this is strange now, but they will pull in a certain crowd, right? So there's lots of things that they can definitely try out, right? It doesn't surprise me, Rick. It doesn't surprise me. I've heard some things. I don't know if they're things I'm allowed to talk about, but I've heard some things about Ikoria and why you should be buying boxes and not buying single packs. You should be buying boxes. You like the comic book alt art though? Yeah. Well, this is what I mean is I haven't really looked at all of the spoilers and stuff, but because I try to avoid them. But all right, Chris is first. Chris is walking away with that Dust to Dust with From the Dark, by the way. That is From the Dark. And Akaya's Guile from Modern Horizons. There it is. So there you go, Chris. Congratulations on that extra pull. It's pretty nice. A nice little old dark card right there. You can talk about anything you want. Jordan. Jordan. Plaza of Harmony for you. There it is. If they do a superhero set, you could see Outrage. I wonder if they're going to encroach on player altered art market. Sort of. Yeah. Maybe. Connor. Ooh, Connor got that foil full art forest from Theros. There you go, Connor. Jonathan. Jonathan's walking away with that Azusa. There it is. Congratulations, Jonathan. The card we were just talking about. $30 right there. Hunter Issus. Walking away with a Soul's Majesty. Now, if your bundle is garbage, it doesn't matter. You got an Azusa. So that Soul's Mastery coming with that snow-covered forest. There it is. You'd like to see some horror movie type things? Yeah, like, well, they did some horror stuff back in the day, right? Twilight's Eve is next. Twilight's Eve walking away with that Future Sight. But it's not just Future Sight, it's Future Sight with a snow-covered island. So there you go, Twilight's Eve. Congratulations on that. There it is. Sam M walking away with that. Ooh, Lightning Greaves. There it is. Very nice. Who doesn't like a little Lightning Greaves? Everybody uses Lightning Greaves. Gordon N is walking away with that. Oh, how about that extended art Dream Trawler? There you go, Gordy. Hope you want to play some Bant control or Esper control in standard, or a blue-white enchantment control. Eric is next, walking away with that Anger. Anger is such a solid card. Is that a foil Anger too, or is it just a regular Anger? I can't tell. It's just regular. But Anger is very good. Very good card. Tice walking away with that Steel Leaf Champion with the stamp on it from one of the Throne of Eldraine promo packs, I think it was. Brad's walking away the Fervent Champion. So let me read all of this here. Horror movie type things. I read somewhere, not sure if it's true. Richard Garfield was working on a set and wanted to something with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, interesting. Kitchen Fink walking away with that Arcane Denial. There it is. Batman would do all right with all the bats and vampires Magic has. Yeah, Tom D. But Batman again would have to be on like. And ooh, look at that. That's that alt art promo Scrap Trawler. Scrap Trawler, really good card. Really fun to play with. Tom. Batman would have to be on like, you'd have to put him like on like the, Kaladesh plane though, right? Because he needs to have all of the gimmicks, right? It's not just about the vampires and stuff. You got to actually have all of the weird gadgets and stuff. Greg L walking away with that. Rowan. Fearless Spark Mage from Throne of Eldraine. That's actually from one of the collector's packs right there. Father Frodo walking away with that foil promo Thirst of Meaning. Also from one of the promo packs. There you go. Matt S. walking away with that. Ooh, Swords to Plowshares. There you go, Matt. Congratulations on your little nice 1-mana removal spell. Kairu walking away with that foil Chariot of Victory. I remember when I opened this and I was like, wait, it's how much money? Chariot of Victory. It's like $3 because it's foil. It's foil Chariot of Victory. Let's be honest. It's like $3, $4. You're jealous of Father Frodo and his, what did he pull? I don't even remember. His Thirst of Meaning, the promo. Yeah. Pawns Brown here. Walking away that Narset. There it is. It's a nice one. Congratulations, Paws. With the luxury whiteboard. That's right. Bro Conky. Walking away with that Descendant's Path from Avacyn Restored. There you go. It's a nice little enchantment. You don't play green, but it's a very good enchantment. Tyler B. Walking away with that Open the Graves. Bro Conky's been getting lots of green cards. It must be like taunting him because they know he doesn't play green. Rick C. walking away with that Psychic Corrosion with the Psychic Corrosion. That's right. 2 Psychic Corrosions. Now you have 2, Rick. You can't put them in an EDH deck, but they are a very good mill card. You can have 1 in the EDH deck, I guess. Raphael walking away with that the full art land set. That's what this waste means. So you are going to get one of each full art land, plains through waste. And they'll all be from this sort of era. So like this. And there they are. Look at that. There you go, Raphael. Put that off to the side. Put that there. There we go. Next up, Carl. Ooh, Altar of Dementia. There you go. That's a nice one. Number of cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power on the top of their library into their graveyard. Want to play some Dredge, Carl? Because that's how you play Dredge. Ken F. Oh, Ken's walking away with that sweet foil Divine Visitation. There you go, MTG Hermit. Your buddy that you got to sign up. He's walking away with some spicy, spicy foil this month. Matt W. Walking away with that Squandered Resources from Visions. Hey, Peter. How's it going? I can put them in my EDH deck because I cheat. Fair. MTG Unpacked. Walking away with that foil Destiny Spinner. I don't know if this is actually over $1 anymore, but like it said it was when I put it in here, so I guess that's, you know, there it is, a nice foil Destiny Spinner. Mike V. Walking away with that Elspeth Conquers Death. Solid little enchantment removal right there. Seeing a lot of play in Standard right now as well. Matt N. Walking away with that Phyrexian Scriptures, along with a foil Sorcerer's Spyglass. There you go. Very nice. Not a bad little one there. The reason we put the Phyrexian Scriptures with the Sorcerer's Spyglass is the Sorcerer's Spyglass is over $1, but the Phyrexian Scriptures is not. But it's a mythic, so there it is. Kazan walking away with a nice Blood Crypt. There you go, Kazan. Congratulations on that. Nice little Shockland. Can't complain about that. Heather's walking away with that Bant Panorama. Very nice. Very good card for EDH. Sacrifice it, go search your library for a basic forest, plains, or island card, put them onto play tapped. Very good, very good. If only it made zombies, right? Peter, there's Peter. Peter, you just got here and we're pulling your extra card. You're walking away with a Withering Boon. Little interrupt. This is an interesting one. So this is one of the ones that I really enjoyed when we opened it. Because if you read this, it says it's Withering Boon, it's a 2 mana, okay, and it's an interrupt. But then the interrupt says pay 3 life, counter target summon spell. So this was printed at a point where this interrupt is something you cast, but then it has like an activated ability on the interrupt. Zombie angels, I can do that, right? I mean, technically, yes. If you have other things that make zombies, you can turn them into angels, and then now they are angels. Good, I like gold cards. Okay, well, that's good. I just like this one because it's an interrupt with a ability on it, which is totally not how Magic works. You cannot do that. It doesn't like paying the 2 mana here, and then that with a An ability like this where it says pay 3 life, counter target summon spell generally means you can do it as many times as you want to pay 3 life. However, because this is an interrupt, you can only do it while it's on the stack, and the chances of your opponent casting another... Like, it's such a weird way of doing it. Well, I mean, like, they're not going to bring back interrupts, Rick, because interrupts got replaced by instants. Instants are basically interrupts, right? The difference being is that the way interrupts used to work, like you're talking about, is that they used to actually halt the stack. Tony's next. That altar might work, couldn't it? Yeah, sounds like it, Carl, for sure. Yes, correct. I think the Oracle text, they've obviously fixed the Oracle text, Connor. I'm just saying it's like when they printed it, it doesn't work like that. Like they printed it that way back then because it didn't matter. They just assumed people would understand that it's an additional cost to cast the spell, basically. It's just an interesting way of printing it onto the card when you look at it from today's like rule standards, right? So Tony's walking away with that Vault of the Archangel. That's a nice little one too. All right. Who doesn't like to give their creatures lifelink and death touch, right? Is it lifelink and death touch? Yeah. Logan's walking away with that Ramanap Ruins. This is seeing a lot of play in Pioneer again. What a surprise. It saw a lot of play in Standard when it was out there. Kyle almost made it to the grand prize. Kyle's walking away with that Silent Arbiter. There it is. From Conspiracy. Take the Crown? No, that's initial Conspiracy. So this card's actually a lot of fun. It's a 1/5 for 4. It says no more than one creature can attack each combat, and no more than one creature can block each combat. It really messes up board states in Commander. And the grand prize winner. Have you not seen your name yet? Have you not seen your name yet? Because you're the lucky winner this month. And that is, of course, Joseph. Joseph, congratulations. You are the grand prize winner this month. You get to walk away with something fancy, hopefully. One of these fine cards right here. I don't believe that Joseph is in chat with us right now. If you are in chat, Joseph, speak up. I haven't seen my name. Oh, wait. I'm not a patron. It's okay, Search Hunter. It's okay. Especially in these times, and this goes for all of you out there, all of my patrons. If you have to cancel or halt your Patreon subscription while all of this nonsense is going on with the pandemic and the virus, absolutely do so. Please. Always look after yourself before anyone else. If you can't afford the money that you pay in to get your grab bag or whatever it is each month, please just halt your payment. It's fine, right? I'm not going to be upset about it. It's not going to break my back. So please, just make sure you take care of yourselves, okay? I appreciate that, the Surge Hunter. There is, of course, there is always a tier. I have many tiers on Patreon that are not related to receiving Magic cards as well. So, like, anything helps, always, right? So, like, even if you just wanted to sign up at the $1 range, by all means, go for it. But if you can't support with monetary value, it's totally cool. I appreciate you just being here and watching and being active in chat. All of that works as well. You think Steve is cool. Wait until you meet Charla. That reminds me, I totally finished the next episode of the podcast. Finally, the next episode of Under a Rock is finished. It's edited. We've recorded it like 3.5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and I just haven't edited it because I've been so friggin' busy with just other things, because I've been playing a lot of Paper Commander online with other creators, and like, oh man. It's coming. It's coming today. I'm going to be putting it... It's actually already on the YouTube page. It just won't be live until after this. Like, I'm going to make it live later tonight. Like, probably around like 6 p.m. Eastern time. Something like that. Your best. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we should be doing it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? That's how we should be doing it. And I rolled a 5. What do you think? Should I re-roll now that we've determined how I'm going to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know which card is which. It doesn't matter to me. What do you guys think? Reroll? Sure. Let's reroll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. Boom. Always accept the other door. So it wasn't the Time Spiral. Let's see. It would have been this card. What was it? It's not the Cabal Coffers. We could have been giving Joseph the Cabal Coffers. Chat is the one that told me to re-roll. So, Joseph, you have no one to blame but the chat. You are, however, walking away with a sweet hopefully sweet anyway. Let's see what we got here. Mythic Edition Booster Pack. I shuffled these all up, so I'm just grabbing the top one. Because that's how we do. That's how... You know how we do. I have no idea what's in this pack. The Planeswalker is, of course, written. I think it's under the lip here. If we lift it up, we can see. Okay. Can't get rid of that deck box. It's totally fine, Rick. If no one takes it, I'll always use it. This Mythic Edition booster pack. We're opening it up. You're going to get everything out of here, Joseph, so congratulations. Seems like a fair alternative to Cabal Coffers. Fair. Foil Tybalt? Man, that would be sweet. I'd have to ask Joseph if he'd be okay with me keeping it, because Tybalt, that's my boy right there. Tybalt. And do you know why Tybalt's my boy? Because everyone says he's the worst, and that's what I am. I'm the worst. Spike Wheel Acrobat. Twilight Panther. Dead Rebels. Rampaging Rendhorn. Rakdos Trumpeter. Catacomb Crocodile. Imperious Oligarch. Oligarch, my goodness. The coffers may be waiting for me. Act of Treason. Galloping Lizrog as our first uncommon. Archway Angel as the second uncommon. Azorius Skyguard. Your rare is an Incubation Druid. That's a pretty good rare, actually, for a pack. This card sees a lot of play in Standard still. And also, it's just a really good elf druid for 2 mana that makes 1 mana of any color. And then as soon as it has any kind of 1/1 counter on it, it makes 3 mana. So this card's great. I loved playing this card with, like, I made a deck with this card and Rishkar, so that you could put the 1/1 counter on here, and then now it makes 3 mana. It's really fun, because you play this on turn 2, and on turn 3 you play Rishkar, and you put a 1/1 counter on Rishkar and then this makes 3 mana, so now you can play a second 3-drop on turn 2. Or on turn 3, I should say. Really good. You recently bought several coffers for some decks and then proceeded to sweat when they announced the mystery boosters. That's fair. That's fair, the Surge Hunter. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because the prices of some of the cards have dropped drastically. Like, I mean, look at... You can get... if you need copies of, like, Rhystic Study, right? You can get the one... You can get the copy from the mystery boosters for, like, $20. And the original copy was, like, $45, almost $50 now. Right? Like, so, like, it's dropped quite a bit as long as you're willing to buy the new editions of the cards. Like, crazy. Anyway, what Planeswalker did we get? Oh. Ooh! How about a Karn? That's pretty snazzy, isn't it? Look at that bad boy right there. So beautiful. My beautiful metal boy! Very nice. Very, very nice. Karn's still seeing play as well. Of course, right? And then you got a Gruul Guildgate and a Hey! Look at that! They even gave you the Construct token! It's like they knew. It's like they knew. How did they know? It wasn't like it was printed on the pack or something like that, right? Congratulations, Joseph. Congratulations, everybody, actually. I mean, come on. Everybody got some pretty good stuff. I hope. I hope everyone got things that they want. What is that? That's not what I'm looking for. Where are you? There we go. We need to get one of these. And put that in there, like that. Just send him the Construct and keep the Karn. He'll never know. He'll never know. Especially if he watches the video. Never. You'll never know. Double sleeve that bad boy. Right there. Boom. Look at that. There it is. Okay. And that's Joseph. Alright. There you go, everybody. We did it. We got there. That's it, right? That's it. We're all done. We don't need to do anything else, right? I'm just kidding. I know we need to do grab bags. I know we need to do grab bags. Let's open this bad boy up. Like this. Who is ready? As you can see, I totally didn't repopulate this with things, unfortunately. So that's my bad. My bad. So we got to do the thing. Do I definitely have some of that. Okay, good. Okay. We can turn these this way, like so. That'll give it a little bit more room. There we go. All right. Put the box like that for the moment. Ha! So ready? Usually not around for these? All right. Well, you're here and we're ready. And what was I going to do, though? There was something I was about to do. Right. This. It's Charla. Hi, Charla. Say hi to everybody.
Are you live?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
They're all super excited about the podcast being ready.
Posted?
It's ready. It's up on YouTube. I just haven't made it live yet.
Ah, gotcha. I just had someone message me about garlic delight after I posted my soup.
Garlic delight.
Yeah. She's
Spices.
like, is it ready? Can I have some? Yes.
Is it ready? Can I have some? You're back. Welcome back, Jonathan. Rick says hi, Charlotte.
Hi, Rick. Dancing in Steve's doorway.
The Surge Hunter also says hi, Charlotte.
I don't know who that is.
He's a long-time viewer.
Hi.
I don't know who that is. It's fine.
I know the names when I see them on their envelopes, but otherwise I'm like, ah.
He's not a patron. That's
okay.
why. Yeah.
Just a viewer.
Correct.
That's good. Gotta get them views.
You know it. All right, Chris M's first. You want to come do this?
No.
She definitely doesn't hate you guys, okay? She just doesn't want to do this because her arms get tired.
This is the thing where you're pulling all of them.
Yeah.
If you were on the part where you were
No,
pulling
I did that
one,
already. You're way too late for that.
I'm way too late for that. I would have done that, though.
Yeah, well, you're way too late.
Come and pull a single card? Can I do that?
Sure.
What, red?
Yep. Oh, look at you pulling mythics for Chris. How about Macias? That's a good one, too. It's worth some money.
Woo!
You did it.
I'm so good at
You
this.
want to pull one from this? How convenient. And a Revenge of the Hunted. That's not as exciting. It's still a good card. Just not as exciting as Macias. Well, she's gonna get her. See, look at this. This is how you get her addicted to it. Hey, that's a good card.
Another one from here?
Yeah, 3 from here, so 2
3.
more. 2 more. You just pulled a booster pack. I just put that in there.
I did not see where he put it.
It's fine.
Right here.
Okay, then 3 from here.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, then 1 green one. Oh, an Essence Scatter. Nice. The new art for Essence Scatter looks gorgeous, by the way.
1 blue.
1 blue one.
That's the one I always forgot when I did it for you.
Ooh, a Lightning Greaves. That's a really good hit, too.
Woo!
You just pulled him, like, well over $20 in his grab bag.
Whose was I doing?
Chris M's.
Yay, Chris M.
Will Charla sign your cards again?
Sure.
All right, she says yes.
Just give me a pile when you're done.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Charla.
Sorry, everyone else.
She used up all her luck on Chris. Sorry, everyone. That's all you get. All right, Chris, what did you get out of your pack here? Pack of Theros. Let's see. Mire Triton, Wolf Willow Haven, oh, I know, I think I saw what this is. Archon of Falling Stars, and, ooh, an Atreus, or Atris, Oracle of Half-Truths. I thought it was an Ashiok, because I saw the blue with the legendary border, and I was like, oh man, it looks gold. Oh, it could be an Ashiok. I thought it was Ashiok. I got super excited. I thought it was Ashiok. But it is Atris, which is also just a good card. Sees some play in Standard right now as well, in the blue-black Dimir decks. So there you go, Chris. You walking away with some sweet stuff this week, or this month, I should say. Congratulations. There it is. Let's get you a little baggie here. Put your cards in there like that. Put your cards in there like that, and then put you into this box right here. Boom. There it is. Hi, Charlotte. Bye, Charlotte. Yep. Jordan. Jordan's next. Plaza of Harmony. All right, let's pull your rares. Boom. A Devil's Playground. And a Release the Gremlins. I'm sensing a red theme here for you, MTG Hermit. Steadfast Cathar. Artificer's Assistant. Ice Over. Whoa. A Peregrine Drake. An Emancipation Angel. And a Cerule Gatekeepers. And your foil is a Bailoff Cage Trap. And your common or uncommon worth $1 or more is a Monastery Swiftspear. So there you go, MTG Hermit. Congratulations. To answer your question, MTG Hermit, you did ask, I believe, on Discord, if I would be shipping out the Canadian grab bags still. I think the chances are I'm probably just not going to ship anything out, regardless of where it's going, this month, just because I don't want to have to go to the post office if I don't have to. And to ship out, like, the 5 Canadian envelopes, going to the post office is not really ideal, for you know, the 5 Canadian envelopes that I'm going to send out. But I don't know. We'll see. I might be able to slip the Canadian ones just in the post office box, like, across the street, because they just need a stamp anyway, provided they're not overfilled. So it's possible that I might be able to get them shipped out. I don't know. We'll see. Connor, Blue Sun Zenith. It might just be easier for me if I keep everything too. Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. Because then I can just keep everything in one place and then not worry about who got things and who didn't. De-Glamour, Indulgent Tormentor. Ooh. Ramosian Captain from Marcadian Masks. That's a cool one. Renegade Map. Fireball. And Sahili's Silverwing. And a Frenzied Goblin foil. Along with a Serum Visions. So there you go, Connor. Congratulations. Nice little Blue Sun Zenith and a Forsaken Temple of the Forsaken Gods there. Very good stuff. Some nice little rares that can see play for sure. Who's next? Who is next? Jonathan is next. Walking away with that Azusa. Jonathan, you're back now. You saw that you getting that crazy, ridiculous rare there. Frontline Medic. And, ooh, a Sigarda. Host of Herons. Very nice. Abzan Battle Priest. Fester Creep. Ward of Light. Abundant Growth. Aether Shockwave. And an Order of the Ebon Hand. And your foil is an Ordeal of Heliod. And your common or uncommon $1 or more, a Liquid Metal Coating. There you go, Jonathan. Congratulations on your grab bag for this month. I hope you appreciate it. And thank you very much for your support. Thank you goes out to, of course, everyone else as well. I appreciate you. I'm sorry I didn't mention it when I pulled your grab bag. I apologize. Hunter Isis, walking away that Soul's Majesty with the snow-covered forest, I believe, was in there. And an Abbot of Carroll Keep. Just guess who just became a patron? River's Rebuke. Uh-oh. And we've got Enhanced Awareness. Stealth Mission. Orchard Elemental. Time to dig out all your auras now, yeah. Fervent Cathar. Fortress Crab, and a Soulbright Flamekin. Soulblight Flamekin is very good. And, ooh, a foil Gurmag Angler. Very nice. Gurmag Angler seeing a lot of play still in a number of formats. And a Timely Reinforcements. Very nice. There you go, Hunter Assist. I hope you appreciate your grab bag. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Raw. Now I gotta go here like this and like open up this and go to my email and see what's going on here. What have you... Dear me, what have you done? What? Surge. What? Why? Oh my goodness. Alright. Okay. Holy moly. Okay. Surge. Alright. My goodness. Okay. So, we will deal with your thing, in a moment. Okay, so you're overseas. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Alright. I will... We will deal with yours at the end. Let me finish everyone else's stuff, and then we'll get a... Surge, I don't know if you want me to share this or not, but Surge signed up for one of the Moe's tiers. Or one of the Moz tiers. It's Moe's. I will obviously have to... I won't be able to do it today for you, because obviously I can't get the packs from him right now. So I'll set up another video, like maybe we can do it next weekend, if that works for you, and I'll pick up the packs, and then we can open them next weekend on a live stream around the same time. Is this work good for you? Because I know you're over in Europe, so does this time work out okay for you if I do it around this time next weekend? Well, I mean, I won't be able to ship it to you yet either this month because of the shipping in Canada. They've halted everything going internationally. So I won't be able to ship it to you this month, but we'll open it all up for you next weekend and get it all set up for you. This time is fine for you? Sweet. Okay, so everybody, you heard that right now. 3 p.m. next Sunday. 3 p.m. next Sunday. That's what? The 12th? 3 p.m. on the 12th, April 12th, we are going to be opening up a number of random packs from Moz Magic or Moe's Magic and shipping them out. Okay? Easter Sunday. Does Easter Sunday not work for people? Are you going to be busy with family and stuff like that? I know I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be anywhere. I'm going to be right here. So, anyway. But you are owed a grab bag as well, Surge Hunter, for that tier as well. I believe I put that there. Did I not? Or is it... Oh, it's no previous rewards. So you don't get a grab bag. I assume that's okay with you. I think you mentioned that you don't really need a grab bag, but you're okay, or you don't need the patron pile because you have so much magic stuff, but you do want the packs, and they are going to be random. Do you have a preference? Actually, you know what? I'll message you. I'll send you a message on Patreon, and then we can work out like what kind of packs you want and how many, and then that'll give me an idea of how much which ones I can get in variety, and how old do you want me to go back, and all that kind of stuff. Okay? Yeah. The disease closed all the churches in our area, yeah. Same with here, right? It's just like, I know that some people, even if they're not supposed to, are still getting together for Easter dinners and things like that, even though they're not supposed to. So, you know how it goes. Twilight's Eve, walking away with that future sight. Let's see. What do we get for you, Twilight's Eve? We get a Hedron Alignment and a Rishkar's Expertise, which is a nice little one there. Put that in there. We got a Wrench Mind. Rishkar's Expertise is a nice card. A Boreal Grazer. Yay. Little Sloth Man. For Prakata Pillarbug. Gorging Vulture. And a God's Willing. You're getting some nice playable cards in your common uncommon. Ooh, a foil Prophetic Prism. Prophetic Prism is a great little artifact because it's a 2-mana artifact that draws you a card when it comes in, and then you can tap it and tap, like, it filters, right? It changes your mana. But it's great for, like, your, and an E-Witness out of your common and uncommon. It's great for your, like, affinity for artifacts type decks because it's so cheap. So when you have things that, like, reduce the cost of your artifacts, they're easy to play, and they draw you a card. So, like, when you play things like Paradoxical Outcome, you can bounce it to your hand and then play it again for free, and then, like... Okay, alright. No, that's fine. So, like, you like older stuff and goofy stuff. That's totally fine. Yeah, we can definitely work with that, Search Hunter, for sure. It's also good against Blood Moon. That is true, Jonathan. Sam, walking away with that Lightning Greaves, and Sam gets 2 grab bags. Let's pull your first grab bag, Sam. Boom, a Bident of Thassa, and a Solemn Recruit. You've got a Bewilder, a Plume Veil, and a Fencing Ace. I'm seeing a blue-white theme here. Oh, Timberland Guide ruins it. They ruined it. Scavenging Drake, or Scavenger Drake, and a Creeping Mold from Visions. Okay, cool. I can work with that too. If you're big on goblins, I can make sure that I pick up sets that definitely are gonna have goblins in them. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a good thing for me to know too, right? Your foil is a foil Honden of Night's Reach. So you're a man right after MTG Unpacks Heart, then, the Surge Hunter. If you don't know who MTG Unpacked is, you should definitely be checking him out. He loves goblins. He is a goblin man. Turnabout. It's a very good uncommon right there. That's your first grab bag right there. And boom, From Under the Floorboards, a nice card. I love playing From Under the Floorboards in Commander. It's great. And Profane Command. See, Carl knows what's up. Goblins as well. Void Grafter, Demolish, Dauntless Cathar, Tristani's Judgment, Blinding Beam, and a Brain Maggot. Brain Maggot's a great card. That card is really good. And you got a Nausea as your foil. Boom. And a Lightning Bolt. Well, listen, Jonathan. Do we need to do something on Saturday, then? Is that what you're saying? We can work something out. Maybe we need to do, like, a, how do you guys feel about, like, how many out there of you in chat have heard of, Jackbox and Jackbox games? Any of you like them? Want to play them? I have all of them. I could run a Jackbox game on YouTube for you guys, where we all get to play. It's basically, you basically log in through your web browser or your phone or whatever, and you get to answer questions and stuff and participate with the game. Let me know if that's something you want to do. We could definitely set something up like that, for sure, for patrons and viewers. And Jonathan, if that's not what you want to do, but we could set up something for you for your birthday, like if you want to do like a day where we play some games or something. Like some Magic games, whether it be on MTG Arena or whether it be on like MTGO, let me know. We can definitely set something up like that too if you want. We've got a Dream Trawler for Gordon. And we've got a Wolf of Devil's Breach Mythic. Very nice. And an Ordric Lunarch Marshal. I don't know if Tony's here. Or if Gordon's here. But I hope he's playing Bant and or Esper or something like that. Battle Rattle, Shaman, Jackal Pump, Ruthless Ripper, Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs, Vampire Opportunist, and Borderlands Explorer. And your foil is a Haunted Fengraf. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is a Damping Sphere. There you go. How about an E-Stripper for Jonathan? I mean, like, Rick, I mean, if you want to celebrate his birthday in that way, that's up to you, man. I'm not going to do that. Eric, which is getting the 2 times But he's getting the split pack, which is one regular grab bag and then one foil grab bag. So we got an Anger here. So first up, first grab bag. We got a Faded Conflagration. Nice little one there. And a Pattern of Rebirth. And then we've got a Bonesaw. We've got a Duress. We've got a Smoke Braider. We have a Lifecraft Awakening. We have a Deranged Assistant. We have a Dagger Sail Aeronaut. And your foil, a Dirge of Dread. Dirge of Dread. And your common or uncommon with $1 more, Careful Study from Odyssey. Good old Odyssey. And then Eric gets 10 foils and an uncommon. Boom. How about a Skargan Firebird, a Blight Keeper, a Outnumber, a Shoreline Ranger, a Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf, very good card. Hey, there you go. Promo Elusive Tormentor. Nice. Flip rare. A Gnarled pack. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more? 3 more. A Ceremonious Rejection. Remember when that card was like $2-3? I remember that. A Dredgescape Zombie. And a Night Terrors. Oh, the Night Terrors. And a Lightning Bolt. There you go. Did you get... There it is, Eric. Congratulations. That's your grab bag. Or grab bags, as it were. You know? There it is. Boom. Boom. Boom bagity. Sorry, we all can't be old, Rick. I mean, it's true. That's how the world works, right? If we don't refresh the world with young people, then the human race would just die off, right? That's how that works. Tice G, walking away with that Steel Leaf Champion. How about a Distended Mind Bender? Distended Mind Bender? And a Rags to Riches! It's time to get famous, y'all. Go, Tice. You got this. You're going from Rags. Aetherplasm. Torment of Venom. Repeal. Respite. Gaia's Anthem. And a Bloom Hulk. Don't worry, my friend. You'll get there. It's true. It's true, Rick. I think about that every day. Baleful Eidolon. Haha. Devoted Druid. As your common or uncommon $1 or more. There it is. Thank you so much, Tice. There's your grab bag for this month. I appreciate your support. Let's put you in there. Boom, like so. Brad. All right, Brad. Brad gets 2 grab bags, and he's walking away with that Fervent Champion. Do I have some dust collecting in a corner somewhere where that can be your grab bag? I feel left out. Don't worry, Serge. We'll work it out. Harabaz Druid as your first rare. And your second rare is a Teamer War Shaman. There we go. Got some green cards coming in here. Coming in hot. Tenacity. Audacious Infiltrator. Silk Weaver Elite. Raise the Alarm, I should say. Cauldron's Gift. Auramancer. And your foil is a Genjeet Century. And your common or uncommon $1 more. Give him my second graphic. Star Compass. I don't think you need to worry about it, Rick. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Just remember, I'm going to do Surge's stuff at the end. We got to finish through all this other stuff first. We've got an Indomitable Archangel as your next grab bag. And then we've got a Neheb the Worthy. Along with Deathwind. Skyhunter Skirmisher. Igneous Pouncer. Defy Gravity. Centaur Courser. Daralore. What the heck? What the heck kind of... It's a 4/4 thrall for 4, and your black spells cost an additional black to cast. I mean, it's... how about a Blight Keeper foil? There you go. And your common or uncommon dollar more, Nyx Fleece Ram. I want to make the Nyx Fleece Ram. I want to make it into a deck that actually does something with like the new Heliod and stuff. Just like an enchantment heavy creature passive life gain deck. So like Daxos, Nyxborn Ram, Heliod, the new Heliod. And then just like maybe like the fountain, the artifact fountain that gives you a life every turn. Like just things that just like give you passive life gain every turn. Kitchen Fink, Arcane Denial. Walking away with that. New Perspectives. And Yosei the Morningstar. Downgraded from Mythic to Rare there. Boom. Hedron Crawler. It's never enough. It's absolutely right. Booster Pack. And a Thallid. Now you can have a salad of your own, Kitchen Fink. Unhallowed Pact. Great Teacher's Decree. Maze Behemoth. Your foil is an Unnatural Aggression, and your common or uncommon dollar more is a Daze. And we owe you a pack. A pack of Theros. Yosei's won you so many games it did not deserve the downgrade to rare. I mean, yeah, I guess. I think they just like cowed to the pressure of everyone being like, those dragons were such a feel-bad moment in the original Master set. They took up mythic slots and they weren't good and brr brr brr. Right? Like they just like didn't have a dollar value attached to them. So it wasn't that whether they were good cards or not. It just because they didn't have a dollar value, it was like they're not good, they're not mythic. Brr. So yeah. I understand what you're saying, Surge Hunter. I understand. All right, let's see. What do we find? What do we find for Kitchen Fink? Ooh, a Myers Grasp. That's a good removal spell. All right, Thundering Chariot. Shimmerwing Chimera. Ooh, Staggering Insight. It's a first pickable card right there. Card is first pickable in draft in this format. And an Underworld Breach. Actually not that great in draft. This card is okay, but it's not great in draft. Very good card. Has a price tag attached to it, I think, still, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just not very good in draft. And I mean, like, you could build a deck around it in draft, sure. Right? It's just not... it's not like, you have to go really hard on that format if you want to go in draft that way. Right? Like, I mean, for instance, like, the guy that I played at the pre-release for this set had 2 of them in his deck. And then had just a whole bunch of like dirt cheap cost creatures that also had like the escape mechanics. So like the 1-drop spiders that escape with like 2 or 3 1/1 counters on them. Like he had 2 of those in his deck, and like just a bunch of other escape creatures so that you could pay the lower cost to then play them again. Do I play Paper Magic? Absolutely. Actually, Surge Hunter, I've been playing a lot of Paper Commander with a bunch of other content creators recently. I played with Hobbs Q last Thursday. I played with and then when I was playing with Hobbs Q, I was joined by 2 other people who I don't believe are content creators. I think they're just other people that Hobbs knows that also made decks. We actually built commander decks out of mystery booster boxes. So the 4 people that were playing that night had all built their deck out of mystery booster box, which was pretty fun and pretty cool. And then that's not true, actually. I guess the other guys were content creators as well. I'm not familiar with them as well. But anyway, so we played that on Thursday. Then the previous Sunday, I believe it was, I played with Shadowkeeper 790, Samantha, and then Austin from Commander 99. Yeah, sure, absolutely. I mean, you gotta remember, like, the decks that I built, I just kind of, like, go through the binders and stuff that I have, and I just go, what looks like it would work well in this deck, and I go, this, and this, and this, and this looks like it works well, and this looks like it works well, and then sometimes I get ideas in my head where I'm like, I want to put this card in, so I go look it up, and then I look up what sets it's from, and then I go and find the binder that I think it should be in, and then if it's not there, I go, and then I go looking and see if I can find a copy of it somewhere in my collection, and if I can't, then I just don't put it in. Tom, walking away with that Scrap Trawler promo card. Every month, me and Rick get paired in the same Chaos unboxing from Unpacked. That's funny. Wasn't able to get the chaos boxes. Memory, oh, what's upside down? Commit to memory. Why is that upside down? Weird. Okay, whatever. And an overwhelming denial. Sorry, I'm just reading chat here. But yes, absolutely, I can show you. I'm actually planning to do a Vent Sentinel and a Darkmoor Salvage. I don't like including lands in here. The Darkmoor Salvage is worth like almost $1, so we're gonna leave it in for you. Arc Lightning, but we give you the extra pull, which is the Garbage Fire. Arc Lightning, Memory Lapse, and Pacifism. And then your foil is a Void Attendant. And then we've got a Serum Visions. Very nice. But yes, I'm planning to do some videos of my EDH builds and stuff in the near future. In fact, they may start coming out as my Friday videos, where I just sort of go through the basic deck tech and just kind of go through the cards. Anyway, we've got a Rowan Fearless Spark Mage for Greg. Let's see what Greg gets. Greg gets a Dark Intimations, along with a Ojutai Soul of Winter. Who doesn't like legendary dragons, you know? Rouse the Mob, Sky Hunter Skirmisher, Benevolent Unicorn, Stormcaller of Keranos, Ostracize, and a Armed and Dangerous. And a Kiln Fiend foil. Very nice. Kiln Fiend is a good card. And, an Astronaut's Altar. I really want to show you my my build for Aetherios, because I think it's pretty funny. It's not actually like your typical build for Aetherios, I don't think. But I don't know. Right? Again, like, I'm sure that if I went and like looked online at like what some of the people build, I would end up being like quite similar to them, I guess. But who knows? Can never have too many Ashnod's Altars, right? I like to run it in like every EDH deck, to be honest. It's such a good card. Yeah, okay, you have to sack creatures to make mana, but like maybe not run it in every EDH deck, but like run it in a bunch of them. Father Frodo, Thirst for Meaning promo card. Let's see what Father gets. Boom, Inkwell Leviathan, the big old whale coming out. Too bad it wasn't Eric that got the whale, but it was Father Frodo. And the Viscera the Dreadful, along with Expedition Raptor, Forbidden Alchemy, Wall of Glare. Wall of Glare is a great card, by the way. Put it into your Arcades deck if you have one. Costly Plunder, Rushing Tide Zubara, and then we want this one, which is a Acacian Javelineers. And your foil is a Agony Warp. Hey, MTG Unpack, we were just talking about you. The guys were just talking... Jonathan was just talking about how him and Rick get paired every month for the Chaos box that you do. We got Matt S. Matt S is walking away with that Swords to Plowshares and 2 Grab Bags. How's that new playmat treating you? That's what I want to know. Grappling Hook. Sower of Temptation. Very nice. Desert Hold. Gruul Turf. It's a bounce land, so we're going to give you an extra card, but we're letting you keep the Gruul Turf. Impale. Shrivel. Coastline Chimera. Fire Elemental. And Feast of Dreams. And your foil is a Sundering Growth. Swords to Plowshares art is everyone after the self-isolation. High Key needed the Gruul Turf. Nice. Well, sweet. There you go. And you get a sweet Boros Charm. There it is. Making another video for the Pop channel. Nice. For those of you who don't know, MTG Unpacked does unboxings as well, but also has a Pop channel. So if you're into the Pop vinyls and things, go check out his other channel as well. Clan Defiance as your second Grab Bags first rare, and Merchant's Dockhand, along with Pillar of Flame, Mobile Garrison, Unnerve, Subjugator Angel, Warrior Encore, and Goblin Swine Rider. Look at these goblins. Look at these dudes. Look at those foolish goblins right there riding this pig that looks like it's just not really caring that it's being ridden. This pig just looks like he's just like, these damn goblins. You miss your Howard the Duck? Boom! And a foil 4th Bridge Prowler. Geoff Darrow art. Is that what that is? Yeah. And, ooh, it's 2 people, actually. It's Geoff Darrow and I Rabarot. Whoever that is. Ooh, a Lightning Greaves. There you go. Very nice. Check out Shaolin Cowboy. Uh-oh. Shaolin Cowboy. Is that a... What is that? Something I have to... Do I have to Google this? Needed those too? Sweet. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Matt. What is this? Shaolin Cowboy. Oh, is this a comic? Cool. Huh. Interesting. I'll have to look into that later. Thank you, MTG Hermit. I do enjoy myself a good graphic novel or comic from time to time. And I do have a number of Dark Horse things on my shelf already, so you know. Kairu, walking away with that foil Chariot of Victory. And ba-boom! Ooh, a Ghost Council of Orzhova. Orzhov for life. Right here. And a Tyrant of Avalakut. We got Rolling Waters. Yeah, that's what he was getting at. Torch Drake, Sidewinder Naga, Multani's Acolyte, and Bone to Ash, as well as Spellgorger Weird. That's weird. It's a weird thing. A foil epic confrontation. Anyone read Lock and Key? I have one of the books unpacked. I have one of the books, and I bought the book, and I actually have a game called Lock and Key, like a board game called Lock and Key. And the reason I got it is because it's very much, as far as from what I've read from the book I have and from the game I've played, it's very eldritch horror, so it's very Lovecraftian, and the show does not look like that at all. So I don't know if the show is based... Like, when I saw the preview for the show, I went, this doesn't look anything like what I know Lock and Key to be. So I don't know if it's something that I'm just missing, or maybe there's, like, 2 products that have the same name, and there's just a nonsense going on there. Paz Brown walking away with that Narset, Parter of the Veil. It's sad to see him trying to make anything better than his magnum opus. Goblin Swine Riders. Fair. Annex and Cymede. Xantid Swarm. Untamed Hunger. Blossom Dryad. Implement of Combustion. Inspired Charge. Changeling Hero. And a Faragax Giant. You should sell your audio to WotC if they ever plan to make a version for people who are visually disabled. And a foil, Amass the Components. A good foil. Amass the Components is a great card. Who doesn't like drawing 3 cards? And a foil, your common or uncommon with $1 or more is Young Pizzy. There you go, Paz. Congratulations. Yeah, okay, so it's definitely not the Lovecraftian stuff at all, right? Yeah, that makes sense. You know all the card names? Sure. I definitely don't butcher card names ever, right? Broke Honky, walking away that Descendant's Path. All right, Broke Honky, let's see what we find you. How about, ooh, a Mythic Sky Sovereign Council Flagship. Very nice. And a Undercity Plague. There it is. We've got an Aether Swooper, a Keldon Warcaller, a Ninth Bridge Patrol, Opal Champion, Etched Oracle, and a Fellhide Petrifier. And your foil is a Call the Cavalry. And your common or uncommon $1 or more, ooh, is an Alt Art Saheeli. There you go. Hope you like that, Broke Honky. That's pretty sweet. Can go right into your blue-red commander deck if you still have it kicking around. Very nice. Very good card too. That Saheeli is really good actually. It sees play still currently, especially in Brawl and Commander. Oh, who's next? We need to see who's next. Who's next? Tyler B, walking away that Open the Graves. This card is in my Aetherios deck. It's great. I love it. Does Saheeli come with a Japanese translator? No. Unfortunately not. We got an Armament Master. This is a good card too. And a Syndicate Trafficker. Armament Master was great in the white weenie deck back in the original. It's the original BFC, right? Yeah. Zendikar. So we've got Reaver Drone, Inspiring Cleric, Deceiver Exarch, nice. Wayfaring Temple, downgraded rare to uncommon. Repeal, and Armament of Nyx. Hey, look, you got an Armament Master and the Armament of Nyx. What more could you ask for? Now you're armed to the teeth now. And a foil Assembly Worker, with your common or uncommon worth $1 or more being a Fatal Push. Just give him a little tippy-tap. Just a little tippy-tap, Tyler. You got this. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. There's your grab bag for this month. Boom. There you are, all locked up and locked in. Rick, walking away with those 2 Psychic Corrosions. Rick gets 2 grab bag. Let's see what Rick gets. How about an Abandoned Sarcophagus? And a Serpentine Spike? Serpentine Spike? However you want to pronounce it. Hero of Iroas. Double Cleave. Vertigo Spawn. Goblin Medics. There you go. Look at that. Look at those little bad boys right there. Who would never trust, like, why would you never trust a goblin to heal you? Look at them. They're called Goblin Medics for a reason. They obviously know how to heal people. When it becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Dawn Charm. And Inspiration. I've had an idea. They need to put a light bulb over his head. Right? Snare Thopter Foil. And a Knight's Whisper as your common or uncommon with $1 or more. There you go, Rick. Very nice. Boom. Invocation of Saint Trapped. That's a very good enchantment, actually. Make it. Who doesn't like to make 4/4 White Angels tokens, you know? And Sanguine Sacrament. You gain twice X life. Put Sanguine Sacrament on the bottom of its owner's library. Immobilizer Eldrazi. Twisted Abomination. Aegis Automaton. Rakshasha's Disdain. Apostle's Blessing. A good little card there. Moss Diamond. Look at that. You got yourself a Mana Rock, Rick. Look at that little guy right there. That's pretty sweet. Comes into play tapped, but I mean, like, hey, it's an artifact that makes green. That's pretty sweet. How about a little Mana Rock? And a foil Lone Missionary. And an Inquisition of Kozilek. That's pretty sweet, Rick. Out of the common, uncommon slot. Out of the bulk pile, you got a nice little Mana Rock. It's not, you know, and the reason it's in there is because it's not over $1. It's not over $1 in value, but it's still just a sweet little old Mana Rock that does do work. It does exactly what a Mana Rock should do, and that is create mana. Yeah. Okay, so we don't need that. We'll put that over there. All right, Raphael. Here are your lands. Raphael's walking away with one of each basic in full art. Good stuff. Do I have an MTG waifu? No. No, I don't. But if I did, it would probably be... That's tough, actually. I've never really thought about it. Who would it be? It would probably be... I was gonna say Garrick, because I like a big burly boy, you know? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Desecrator Demon. Summary Dismissal. Also, he just doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like, he just doesn't... Critics, they're back again. Spore Cloud. There it is. Garrick is such a dreamboat, right? And a Swords to Plowshares. So, Raphael, are you still here? Which cards do you want signed out of this pile? And I'll make sure I get them in front of Charla. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff here. Is it dropping frames and stuff? I hope it's not. I can see that it's dropped some frames, but it's not dropping frames currently. So apologies, Carl and everyone else. Just the rares. So Summary Dismissal, Desecration Demon, and the Foil Realm Right. That's what you want signed? Just so I know. Those three? Rares and foil. Is what you said, so I'm assuming that's what you want. Swords and the basic full arts. Okay. Okay. So all of this. Okay. I will get that in front of Charla. Do you want both our signatures or just hers? Because it doesn't matter to me. Put you over there like that, because I know that we need to get you signed. Gurmag too? Okay. So just basically everything. Just sign everything. Just sign everything. Hey, pause. Carl! Carl, it's your turn. Hopefully it doesn't buffer while we're doing yours. Are you good now? We're good now, Carl? We're not freezing anymore, I hope? Both would be great? Okay. Carl, walking away that Altar of Dementia, and gets 2 grab bags. First grab bag. Hey, pause. How's it going? Markov, a Dread Knight. A Tempt with Glory. Ooh. You got a Tempting Offer card. Good for Commander here. Look at this. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Each opponent may put a 1/1 counter on each creature they control. For each opponent who does, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. It's very good. It's a tempting offer. It's a tempting offer. All right. Cobbled Wings. Disembowel. Aphra Protector. Bouncing Beavers. Olivia's Dragoon. And a Voldaean Soldiers. Or Vodalian Soldiers. And your foil, Fist of Ironwood. So close to 500 subs. Man, I'm right there with you, man. I'm almost at 1,500. We're like I think we're like 21 away from 1,500. I've been sitting here with this fat pack waiting to open it at 1,500 subs for so long. It's been over a year almost. It's been close to a year. We've just been sitting because my count went up to like 1,480, and then it went down to like 1,450, and then it's been just kind of hovering in that range for the last like 6 months. They are truly tempting, yeah. People are still panic buying stuff. Ugh. Jonathan, I don't want to hear that, because I have to go to the grocery store next week. I don't want to hear people are still panic buying things. Stop. Just buy the normal things that you would buy. Everything's fine. Like, why do you have to buy 8 packages of friggin' pasta and like 30 cans of pasta sauce? It's not going anywhere. It's going to be on the shelf. Like, if you just buy the 2 that you would normally buy for the week, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You don't need to buy all of that pasta. My God, people. All right. Carl, what am I doing? You get 10 foils now. Are we ready? First foil. Live fast. Die young. Oh, that's not die young. Abandon reason. How about Tajuru Pathwarden? And a Rancor. There you go. Foil Rancor. Very nice. And a foil counterspell. Boom. 2 foil money cards in a row right there. Boom. Unraveling Mummy. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 more. Let's this one. Combust. Day 43. I have just finished eating all of my uncommons. Rares are next. Hey, a Wayfarer's Bauble foil. Alright, sweet. And a Juggernaut. So what's that put us to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Where do we feel it? What do we feel is good? I feel here is good. This one. How about a Rift Elemental? Alright. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more? A Laboratory Maniac. There you go, Carl. Congratulations. I hope we didn't buffer or lose anything there, well, so that you could see your whole grab bag. And if you couldn't, then hopefully you'll be able to watch it back after the fact. Ken, I don't know if you're still here, but Ken, we did get you that nice foil Divine Visitation. Let's see what you get next. Boom. Desecration Demon. Followed by a Reef Worm. Extract from Darkness. Blight Speaker. Helium Squirter. Cinderwall. Instill Infection. That's what's happening right now. Instill Infection. Gaseous Form. Stay home. Do not go out unless you absolutely friggin' have to. God. Price of Progress. Pierce of Progress. There you go, Ken. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy making some zombie angels. Too bad that the mythic doesn't make foil tokens. That's always my saying. When you get a card that makes tokens and it's foil and it's worth money and you're like, yeah, that's sweet, except I wish it made foil tokens. Just like pooped them out, you know? All foily and nice. Squandered resources for Matt. Matt W. Be like Gaseous Form. Stay home. That's right. You got a nice land destruction deck already for when you can play Commander with your buddies again? Nice. Engulf the Shore. I don't want to see your land destruction deck because I don't like the sounds of it. But I mean, you do you. Sacred Mesa. There you go, a nice commander card. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Sacred Mesa unless you sacrifice a Pegasus. Pay 2 mana, put a 1/1 white Pegasus creature token on it with flying out of the battlefield. That's kind of cool, actually, with the new Pegasus that came out of Theros. Because it makes all your Pegasuses have lifelink, and then it makes them when you play enchantments. Vessel of Nascency, Epic Confrontation, Blood Toll Harpy, Devour Flesh, Tranquility, and Vodalian Soldiers. How about a Gifted Aetherborn as your common or uncommon a little more? Your foil is a War Priest of Thune. War Priest of Thune is a great card. I love that card. I remember when they first printed it, and I was like, this card's great. Who doesn't like destroying things with enter the battlefield effects? Angel of Jubilation. That's a nice little rare. Worth a couple bucks. And a Serpentine or Serpentine Spike, however you want to pronounce it. Resourceful Return. Renegade Map. Let's not grab like a handful of cards. Orcish Veteran. Cathari Bomber. Horseshoe Crab. And a Python. Just a Python. 3 mana Python. Just a mono 3/2 for 3 mana. And your foil is a Crush Underfoot. And boom, Lightning Bolt. There it is. Good old Lightning Bolt. Good old Lightning Bolt. Who's next? Boom. MTG Unpacked is next. Walking away with that foil Destiny Spinner. And a Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Along with a Mythic Shaman of the Great Hunt. Orc Shaman. Mannequin. Undead Slayer. Shadow Rider. With flanking, by the way. That card has flanking. Banalish Knight. Wolf's Quarry. And a Sakata Lancer. What a weird name. Another flanking knight. You got 2 flanking knights this month. It's pretty crazy. And a foil Chartooth Cougar. Oh, sweet. I'm glad that you made it, Matthew. Crozen Grip as your common or uncommon with $1 or more. I'm glad you were able to make it in time. Gotta get that frustration out some way. You know, listen, we all have our different ways of, you know, dealing with all of this stuff. What? No goblins, right? No goblins. He only gets knights. That's how it is. Mike V walking away with Elspeth Conquers Death. And Mike gets 2 grab bags too. Let's see what Mike gets. How about an Aid from the Cowl? And a Metalwork Colossus. Along with Monk Idealist, Negate, Ironclad Revolutionary, Centaur's Herald, Soltari Visionary, and Wicked Reward. And your foil is a foil Juggernaut. And your common or uncommon $1 or more is a Pyroblast. No goblins equals refund, right? I don't think so. But maybe. Eliminate the competition. This one. How about a Tilonali's Summoner? Giant Tortoise. Sea Red. Coordinated Assault. Teamer Remark. Bellows Lizard. And you get an Elvish Scout. And your foil is a Deputy of Acquittals. And your common or uncommon $1 or more is a Skullcrack. There you go, Mike. There's your 2 grab bags for this month. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. Again, a reminder to everyone in case you just kind of like tuned in late or wanted to watch through the video to find your name and kind of like fast forwarded through things. The beginning of the video, we did talk about it. I'm not shipping anything out this month. I am only going to be shipping things out once things calm down with the postal service and the pandemic and all of that stuff. So just a fair warning. Your grab bags will still exist. I still have them. They just won't be mailed out this month. So you won't get anything in April, most likely. Unless they somehow magically lift the ban of things being shipped in April. Who knows? We'll see. But chances are not likely, would be my guess. We've got Matt N with a Phyrexian Scriptures as well as... I think there was something else in here. What is it? Oh yes, the Foil Sorcerer's Spyglass. Very nice. Alright. When you got thanked by customers for being open still? That is very strange, Jonathan. You're right. I would imagine most people just be like, yeah, it's a good thing you're open. You can't close. Meh. Rather than actually thanking you for being open. Day of the Dragons. Along with a Creekwood Liege. Creekwood Liege is a nice little rare. Pretty good right there. Dream Twist. Is it Static Caster? Goblin Racketeer. Moth Dust Changeling. Giant Skewer. And a Carapace. Not a Carapace, a Carapace. And a foil Melt Terrain. There you go. Destroy target land. Melt Terrain deals 2 damage to that land's controller. That's the card you need, Jonathan. Don't know if you have it, but there it is. Freed from the Real. It's from, what set is that from? Scars? Scars of Mirrodin. Nice little land destruction spell that also deals damage. So... Here's what I'll tell you, MTG Unpacked. The mail in Canada, they've halted all international mail. And when we say international mail, we mean anything outside of essentially North America. Okay? So technically, mail can still travel to the States from Canada and from Canada to the States, but who knows how long it will take. And rather than, try to mail the things out and maybe get it lost in the mail or have it not be delivered, like some of my patrons are already saying that they haven't got their stuff from March, and I mailed that stuff out on like March 15th-ish, right? So it's been 3 weeks almost, and some people still haven't got their stuff. And it normally doesn't take that long for things in North America. And it's because of everything that's going on. Because my understanding, like now, I mean, I'm no expert, of course, but in the States, each state looks after their own postal service, essentially, right? So, if you're in New York or if you're in, Florida, your postal service is managed by a completely different entity, and they may or may not be like, yeah, you can work, or no, you're working reduced hours or whatever, right? So can you do the entire 40-minute video in the goblin voice, pretty please? You had a woman yell at you and then you kicked her out? Good. As you should. You've got an impressive goblin voice, Mr. E. Do I? I don't know. I feel like my goblin voice isn't really a goblin voice. I get more into like the wizened old man like that. Yes, I shall cast my spell. You know what I'm saying? Kazan has got that blood crypt. Correct, but as soon as you get down, like USPS is one entity, but each of their statewide postal services is managed by the state. So it is USPS is in one entity, but the employees of the USPS in each state are like their own entity, and so things can happen where shifts and crap get moved around, and who knows, right? This is what I understand, but I mean, obviously, like I said, I'm no expert, so maybe that's not how it works, and I just don't know. It's possible, right? Kazan is got a dragon scale general and semblance anvil. Ooh, semblance anvil's a nice one. Scrounging Bandar, Nantuko Calmer, Winged Kotal, Mardu War Shrieker, Horribly Awry. Ooh, a booster pack. Ooh, a booster pack. And, ooh, Foil Spine of Ishsha. Ishsha is a hilarious card. I really enjoy it. And a Rakdos Signet. Very nice. What do we got for you here in this Theros pack? We owe you another grab bag still. Don't worry, we'll get it. But what do we find in here? Okay, yeah, all right. I like this. Sure. This is looking like a pretty good pack, actually. Like, playable, mediocre, filler, playable, this card's okay. I'm not a huge fan. This is very good. Oh, and an Archon of Sun's Grace. Very nice. I'm not going to give you this nonsense. It felt unimpressive until you faced it, right? Right? And then you see the people who recur it, right? And they're like, what? Because what is it? It's like, yeah, so when it enters battlefield, destroy target permanent. And then if it would die, you return it to your hand, right? Yeah. So it's, you basically like, I play it, I blow that up. I sack it, it comes back to my hand, I play it again. And they're like, and you're like, oh. And they're like, by the way, all my artifacts cost, 4 less because I have these things on the table that make my artifacts cost less. So this Spine of Ishsha is only costing me 3 mana to play. And then when I sack it, I can sack it to this, which gives me another mana or 2 mana or something like that, or draw a card or whatever. And you're like, holy moly. This is just a recursion of like you blowing up all my permanents. You can't sack it to Ashnod's Altar, right? Because Ashnod's Altar is creatures, right? Graze of Granite And the spine is only an artifact. It's not actually a creature, right? So yeah, it's just an artifact. But yeah, like it's similar, right? I can't remember which one it is. It's Plague Belter, nice. But there is like there's a card that like can turn it into a creature or something. Like you just tap it to do so. Battle Rattle Shaman, little god. There's your Goblin Shaman. Battle Rattle Shaman. Harobi's Whisper. There is that's the one you were looking for, right? Crushing Canopy, a booster pack, a second booster pack, Scuzzback Marauders, and a Reckless Airstrike. Man, Kazan got 2 booster packs this month. Dragon's Eye. I'm gonna have to like figure out how to like cram all of this into like one envelope. And a Knight's Whisper. Dang, another booster pack. Eh. And I think rightfully so. Search. Nobody's up to any good with that card. It's accurate. Okay, you ready? Is this pack more lackluster than the last pack? I think so far. Playable. It's fringe playable. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is okay-ish filler. This is playable. This is not playable. Playable, but like filler. Playable. Playable. Ooh, not great. Filler. I would say filler. Petitioner's okay. It's not amazing. And First Eye Rowan Games. First Eye Rowan Games is not a bad little card, but it's not as good as the other pack. I think that first pack was pretty bonkers, is what I have to say. Alright, Kazan. So I have to put you in 2 bags because there's no way it's all fitting in one bag. So 1 there. 2 there. There we go. Boom. Boom. Who's next? Heather. Walking away that Bant Panorama. We've got a card upside down. Creeping Corrosion. Along with a Oath of a Johnny. Meow. Kithian's Tactics. Kumena's Speaker. Shadow Mage Infiltrator. Alms for the poor. Dragon Egg. Rending Vines. Your foil is a Lunarch Mantle. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more. Boom! Expedition Map. That's a nice little uncommon, actually. Expedition Map is great. I actually need to like get a couple copies of that and put them into my commander decks. They're just very good for multicolored commander decks. I don't know why I'm not running it, to be honest. Peter S. I don't know if you're still here, but you got that Withering Boon, and we get 2 grab bags for you, so let's see. Dark Imposter. Prism Array. My goodness. Prism Array, what a card. Woodland Sleuth. Deadshot Minotaur. Ooh. Chimeric Sphere from Weatherlight. Illusory Ambusher. Aether Snipe. And a Tectonic Rift. And your foil is a Soul Warden. Soul Warden foil is pretty nice. And a Serum Visions. Alright, Peter, that's your first grab bag. Let's see what your second one is. How about a Dark Intimations? And a, foil, or mythic, I should say. Mythic Demon of Dark Schemes. Doom Traveler. Canal Courier. Trove of Temptations. Feed the Clan. Pestermite. And a Aboro Breeze Caller. And a foil Sickle Slicer. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is an Invisible Stalker. Invisible Stalker is a great little card as well. Very nice. You need more sackable creatures for Grim. Grim is great. I love Grim. Tony walking away with that Vault of the Archangel. Let's see what Tony gets. Ooh, Falconwrath Aristocrat. And A Touch of the Eternal. Scoured Barrens. Man, no one wants that. Knight of the Black Rose. And Unnerve. Palace Familiar. Aether Hub, another land. My goodness, Tony. Benevolent Ancestor. Nyxborn Shieldmate. And Sky Reaping. And your foil is a Fervent Cathar. And your common or uncommon $1 or more is a Swords to Plowshares. Put down your weapons and feed the people. Dark Salvation. Territorial Gorger. Man, that Territorial Gorger haunted me in Kaladesh. I remember opening the crap out of that card. Ether Tradewinds. Foundry Screecher. Sagitar's Volley. Student of Ojutai. Aven Riftwatcher. And Traumatic Visions. Ooh, and a foil Revive. Revive is a nice little card. Return a green card from your graveyard. And a Wall of Omens. Wall of Omens, one of my favorite Defender walls. One of my favorite white cards. You know why? Because it draws you a card. It draws you a card. Something that white is missing quite severely. Logan. Logan's next up, walking away with that Ruminap Ruins. And we've got a, Jugan, the Rising Star. And a Dragon Storm. Who doesn't like to, storm out and put a whole bunch of dragons into play? Twisted Abomination, Emerald Gear Smasher, Rogue Elephant, Nyxborn Rollicker, and a Festive Funeral, along with Farika's Chosen. And a foil Comparative Analysis. And a Stubborn Denial as your common or uncommon worth $1 or more. There it is. Gravecaller Shenanigans, Land Destructions. You sound like a miserable player to play against. Just a little. I just keep playing Gravecaller and they keep cringing. Alright, what do we got here? We've got this. One more person and then the grand prize winner. Kyle T walking away with 2 grab bags, and that Silent Arbiter walking away with a Hell's Caretaker and a Sylvan Primordial. Great card. Too bad it's banned in Commander. Crop Sigil, Accumulated Knowledge, Goblin Wardrum, or maybe not bad that it's banned in Commander considering what it does, I guess. Custodian of the Trove, Unknown Shores, which gets replaced by another card, which is Thornwheeled Archer, and a Johnny's Pridemate. Alright, Rick, have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thanks for your patronage. I really appreciate that as well. Diminish as your foil, Kyle. And then your common or uncommon $1 more is Boros Charm. Alright. And Kyle gets a second grab bag. Boom! How about Coax from the Blind Eternities? And Rick's Mahdi Reveler. You also have infinite life and infinite damage decks. Danitha Capuchin Paragon. Sanity Nars. Soothing Bomb. Vulturous Aven. Orcish Veteran. And Traumatic Visions. And your foil is a Ixali's Keeper. And your common or uncommon $1 or more is a Swords to Plowshares. There it is. I swear, I don't have more Swords to Plowshares in the common uncommon slot than I do other things. I don't know why everyone's been pulling them today, but here we are. Here we are. Alright. Last, but certainly not least, Joseph walking away with that sweet, sweet Mythic Edition pack of Ravnica Allegiances. Walking away with an Incubation Druid and a nice Karn Scion of Urza. Who doesn't like a nice Karn, That's a pretty sweet hit. And first rare, Collective Effort. And second rare, Silence the Believers. Bronze Sable. Pacifism. Silverglade Elemental. Wailing Ghoul. Gingerbread Cabin, which shouldn't be in there. Dread Spectre. And Advanced Hover God. And your foil is an Aether Chaser. And your common or uncommon $1 or more is a Lightning Greaves. There it is. There it is. Your best deck is actually a Giseth, the big dino. That big dino can do some serious damage. Hey, Magic. Hey, Gathering the Magic. How's it going? How are you doing? You got here right near the end. All right. Now, Surge Hunter signed up for Patreon stuff while we were in the middle of this, and signed up for one of the tiers for Mo's Magic. So I'm gonna have to pick up a bunch of packs. We sort of talked about it a little bit earlier, Surge Hunter, about what kind of stuff you're looking for. You like older art, and you like goblins. Okay, and you're not necessarily looking for like bigger hits or anything like that. You just want like some cool cards and to help support my pack cracking addiction, which I appreciate. So basically what I'll do is I'll take the money that came from your pledge, and I will put it toward packs of varying values from Mo's. Of course, making sure that I take money out for the fees from Patreon as well as the shipping cost. So you're probably looking at somewhere around, depending on how far back we go for packs and things like that, we're looking at probably like somewhere between 5 to 10 packs each month for you. Varying, of course, on the age and the price. Of course, I'm going to talk to Mo as well. I've already talked to him prior to putting the tiers on Patreon, or I should say, I talked to him after I put the tiers on Patreon and let him know, and he said that he would try to help me however he could to get the best stuff for you guys when that comes around. So anyway, I will talk with him, of course, this week and let him know, and then we'll see what we can do. He's actually closed, like, right now. Like, his shop is closed down because of the pandemic and stuff. But he is doing, like, essentially, like, shipping stuff out to people who want to buy it and all that kind of stuff. And you can use, of course, his website to order things. But, of course, he's not going to ship sealed product out, really, outside of Canada, I don't think. But I don't know. Maybe he will. The older stuff, I'm not sure. But also he doesn't necessarily have all of the sealed stuff he has available listed on his site for various reasons. So I will message him. I sort of know what he's got going on. Yeah, so a lot of LGSs are doing curbside pickup as well. He's not really doing that because his shop is so far out of the way for a lot of people that it's like, most people aren't going to just drive out there to pick up stuff and then leave. But I think his last email that went out to his customer base said that he was going to start doing curbside pickup as well. So like if you called ahead or messaged him ahead and said, this is what I'm looking to pick up from you, he could have it ready for you and then have it like at the door, and then you basically just e-transfer him the money and then he will just leave it there and you pick it up. So there's no contact between each of you. So I will message him and find out. What are some of the cards that I try to jam in all my EDH decks? Fractured Identity is probably your favorite to play. So let's talk about this for a moment. And before we get too far into it, let's just say thank you everyone for your support. Holy moly, you guys are great. All of you out there are amazing. Thank you so much for continuing to support me. I know that it's, these times are a little bit difficult and it might not be easy to support people on Patreon and stuff like that. I greatly appreciate your support and your continued support during these times. It helps me sort of keep the channel going and gives me stuff to open, basically. So I really appreciate it, and thank you all so much. I wouldn't keep doing it if it wasn't for all of you guys. So I really appreciate it. As for my EDH stuff, Surge Hunter, I am relatively new to the EDH game, and that is to say that the first EDH deck that I ever bought, let me find it. I actually have it. Let me show you. Oh, I have two actually. I bought two at the same time because I didn't know which one I want to play. And I will show you what happened with these. Hey, you know what? For me, Gathering Magic, I would love to have spent the last 3 weeks of quarantine organizing my studio here and, sorting cards and getting stuff put away and packed away where it should be. But I haven't been able to do that because I'm still working. And in fact, my work has been working me a little bit more so because they're trying to get everyone into the ability to work remotely, and they've sort of stood up like an emergency support line to help people get set up, and they just sort of grabbed a bunch of people who are known, I would say known helpers or people who are willing to walk people through stuff to support and fix and get things running into this thing. So like I'm working with a whole bunch of people that I've never heard of before. I have no idea who they are, right? They're all over the country. They're all over Canada. And basically I'm working with them we get onto a conference line basically, and then people dial in and say I'm having a problem with this, and then one of us will go off and then call that person directly, and like this is like we're basically like a stand-up help desk, and it's nowhere near what my role actually is. My job has nothing to do with doing this, but here I am because my manager essentially said you need people for this, and then asked our team, and I was like, sure, I can help when I can, and then there you go. So, my job is important, I guess. People gotta eat. It's true, Jonathan. It's true. Anyway, so speaking of my EDH decks, the first EDH deck that I ever bought is this one. And it's still sealed. I've never opened it. I bought it and never opened it. The second EDH deck that I ever bought was this one. And as you can see, it's open. But it's still sealed. I know. I opened it and went, oh, cool, and got the big oversized card and went, oh, yeah, all right. It's in a little, yeah, cool. All right, sweet, neat. Let poor Mizzix out, you monster. So I bought these, and then I never opened them. And the reason is because back then when this one, because these are what, from 2016? Is that what these ones were? These are the 2015 decks, right? So these two 2015 decks that I bought, the reason I never opened them is because I tried to convince my friends in my play group to buy commander decks or put commander decks together to play. If you don't want them, I'm cool with taking them as a donation. No, that's okay. There you go. Pause gave away the last year's commander decks still in packs. Nice. So, my friends didn't. They were like, nah. They're like, we don't want to play commander. We just want to play with the decks we have already, which are 60 card decks built with just whatever junk we had laying around. And I'm like, okay, fine. So we play a lot of kitchen table. So then my sort of play group has like migrated in the last like 3 to 5 years, where people have moved away or had kids or whatever. And so playtime has gotten a little bit tighter, and the amount of people that we have around to play is smaller. And so I managed to convince one of my friends to actually buy a commander deck this year, and now he's got the bug and he's built like 4, and I'm like, all right, sweet. So like now I've started building commander decks. The first deck I built was Arcades, and I put it together specifically so that I could play it against them. And then I put together I bought the Merciless Rage deck, and I opened that up and played it, and I liked it enough that that I was like, okay, this deck is good. I'm gonna build another deck, but I don't know where to start. So what I did actually is I was humming and hawing about what to build, right? And I bought Stubborn Salmon's collection from him about 2 years ago now. At this point, somewhere in there, like a year and a half, 2 years ago. If you don't know who Stubborn Salmon is, he was a guy that was also cracking packs on YouTube, and he started around the same time as me, and him and I sort of like started to do a bunch of videos together and stuff because we were very similar content. So we started working together a little bit, and we did some pack battles and that kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing that with him, and we did it with MTG Unscrewed as well. And then they both kind of like jumped ship because they knew that they weren't really making a return on the money they were putting into the channel, so they both jumped ship. And I never started this channel to make money off of this content. It was never my intention. My intention was to put the content out there for other people to enjoy because I was opening the product anyway. So I like opening it, so I figured maybe other people would like watching it as well. So here we are. This is what leads me to where I am. So basically, I got from long story short, from the purchase of Stubborn Salmon's collection, he had, I believe it was 5 EDH decks created. He had Necrozal, Uril, Bontu, and then Slivers. Those were the 4 that he had. Wasn't there a 5th one? I feel like there was a 5th one. And maybe I'm not. No, there was only 4. There was only 4. So I got those 4 from him, and that was before I built Arcades. And so I played a few of them at Magic Fest last year, and I didn't know anything about them because I hadn't played them, and I didn't even look at them. So that's awesome, No Name Senor. A quick look at Arcades. Let me see if I can find it. So anyway, that's just these commander decks. And I still have, I have all of 2017, all of 2018, all of 2019 still sealed, except for the Feline Ferocity. I opened that one up and put that one together. And then I have a second copy of Faceless Menace sealed as well, because I actually bought 2 copies of Merciless Rage and 2 copies of Faceless Menace, because I wanted to keep 1 copy sealed for myself, in case I ever get my brick and mortar store off the ground. I wanted to have them for the shelf, which is also why I haven't opened this, because I don't know if I'll ever play it, but I might sell it at some point. I don't know. We'll see. I have not opened the box that you sent me, Paz. In fact, it's right behind me. I was going to do it in a separate video, unless you want me to do it right now, and then we can do that. It's up to you. But there's Arcades. And this is the deck. We've got a foil Sylvan Caryatid. We've got Propaganda. This is what I call it Pillow Fort. It's basically, I built it like a Pillow Fort deck, I guess, is what you would call it, right? So Propaganda, of course, right? Because I don't want people attacking me. Even though I have walls, I don't want them attacking me. Of course, Soul Ring's in there. Celestial Colonnade I just threw in just because it's an extra creature. Tree of Redemption. So I murdered someone with this card last time when I played with Hobbs. So when I played last Thursday, No, not with Hobbs. When I played with Sam on her stream, I murdered somebody with this card. Pretty badly. The God Tree, yeah. Absolutely murdered. Actually, that video is up on YouTube now. You can go watch it. I actually won that game with this deck. So, Ghostly Prison and Rhystic Study. Right? I mean, like, all the things where it's like, I don't want you to do anything to me. I'm just going to hang out here. Builder's Blessing. Sarah's Blessing. Wall of Blossom. Vine Trellis. Teo. Syncopate. Enlightened Tutor. Basically, this portion of the deck right here is what I played. Not really that far down, but, like, I think I got to, like, here. So these were the cards that, by the time the game was over, this is what I had gone through out of my deck. It's not a budget deck by any means. No, my decks are not budget because I don't look at the prices of cards before I put them in the deck. I literally just go through my binders of cards that I have that I know are worth money. And I pick out things that I think look good, and then if something's banned, then I have to check it after the fact. Court of Calling, Shalai, Craven Caryatid, Wall of Reverence, Meekstone. I thought this was pretty funny. I really enjoyed putting this card in this deck. I don't know if this normally goes in this deck, but this seemed pretty funny. Sleight of Hand, Resolute Watchdog, which is like probably not a normal include in this type of deck, but here I am. Serum Visions, Wall of Mulch, Wall of Junk, Sphinx's Rev. Wall of Hope, Heroic Intervention, Supreme Verdict, Brave the Sands. I think the one thing that's not in this deck that probably should be is like the Teferi's Protection or whatever. The one that like phases you out. That probably should be in this deck, but it's totally not. Welp, I would lose. Blind Obedience. Good old Blind Obedience. This is such a good card. Bury all creatures with power 4 or greater. This is another great one. Retribution of the Meek. I put this in because I was like, this just murders everyone else's decks. Any big creatures that they have that would stomp over my walls get murdered by this, and my walls sit there. So then all their little creatures can't run in through my walls, so it doesn't matter. Right? Like, that's why I put it in. I was like, I have to put that in. Phantasmal Image, because why not? Right? Noble Hierarch. So, I mean, like, obviously it's not budget, right? Noble Hierarch. Path of Exile. Or Path to Exile, I should say. Jeskai Barricade. Stalwart Shield Bearers. Doorkeeper. In case, this is for, like, if you want to mill instead, right? So it's, like, a different... If you open your 2017 Vampire deck, there's a Teferi's Protection in there. Yep, I would lose big time. Would you lose, though? Like, I mean, like, this is the thing, is that the thing that I always find with this deck is that it's very hit or miss in the aspect of whether it gets there or not. Because a lot of the cards in this deck don't do much without the commander on the table, right? They're just walls. So they just sit there. So if you just keep removing the commander, if you keep removing Arcades, the deck just can't do anything, right? Until I can get the Assault Formation online or the, whatever the blue-white one is that came out in Guilds. It's in here. I just saw it. High Alert. Right? You specialize in anti-creatures decks, so I'm not too worried, yeah. So if you can't hit, you lose. Well, there you go. But I mean, like, that's only one of your decks, right, Jonathan? Like, your other deck is a land destruction deck, the one that you just built. Like, that would just probably wreck this one's day, right? Because this deck would do nothing except, like, be like, I play an 0-4 wall, and you blow up my third land, and then you blow up my third land, and then you blow up my third land, and now I have 2 mana for the rest of the game. Right? And I'm sitting here not being able to play Arcades or play out any of my enchantments that make my creatures swing. Right? So, like, there's a lot, you know, it's the thing, right? It's the thing with EDH, is there's always going to be strengths and weaknesses for every deck, right? You're also building Grand Arbiter. Nice. Guess I'll play Elves so that I don't need land. And then you have to just hope that you can at least get 1 or 2 mana dorks online. Before all your land blows up. Right? Every turn, forever. But yeah, that's just a basic look at Arcades. So, funny note, when I built Arcades, again, because I told you the way I build it, I just go through the binders and I just build a deck with what's in my binders. I put Gifts Ungiven in this deck, and then I played it against my buddy, and he was like, "That's banned," and I went, "It is?" He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, I guess I better go look and make sure that nothing else in my deck is banned. All right. Before we get too carried away, let me get this thing here. Let me just go ahead and where is okay, that's the tracking number for that. That's that. Let's cross off your mailing address, pause, so that nobody can see that. Okay. And then here we can leave that. And we can cover this. And then we can just kind of do this. There. There we go. All right. So Pause mailed me this little package, this little care package. Now, I believe I know at least one of the things that's in here, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know how this box opens, per se. Is that just gonna come off there? Okay. This is this box open. Like this? There we go. You sent 3? Pause. My goodness. Oh, and there's the little red die. Nice. So, this is something that Pause noticed, and that I commented on a lot in my videos, and that is that these the Throne of Eldraine dice, okay? These white dice, I opened, I don't even know how many pre-release kits from Throne of Eldraine, and I didn't get a single white die. I got blue, red, green, and black, and not a single white one. And I mean, it wasn't like I was really looking for a white one, but I was like, what are the odds that I open up, you know, like I opened an entire case. I opened a case of pre-release kits from Throne of Eldraine. That's 18. That's 18 boxes, okay? And then I opened a second case, but I didn't open all of the kits. I only opened like maybe 6 out of there. So that's what, 22 pre-release kits, and not a single white die. And here's Pause sending me 3. You're just styling on me now, Pause. Just styling on me. Look at that. It's so ridiculous. I can't believe that I didn't get any. Thank you, Pause, for sending those, though. And Pause also snagged this from his LGS, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Pause, you can correct me if I'm wrong in chat. But this is one of the D4s that came out with the Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation set. I don't know if I have one kicking around. I think I have one. Yeah, here. So you can see I've got the Amonkhet one here, the blue one with the gold on it. And then the Hour of Dev was red with black on it. They matched the D20s that came out in the bundles and pre-release kits for this set. But I don't have the red one. I only had the blue one, I believe. Or if I do have the red one, I don't know where it is. But Pause graciously sent me a red one here. So now I've got the two. These two together. There they are. The gold on blue was always way easier to read. The black on red was very hard to read. And when Wizards put it out, a lot of people had the same comment. They were like, even on the D20s, they were like, these are really hard to read. I don't know why they decided to go with this design feature. But there we are. And then was there some, I see some cards in here possibly. Looks like there's some cards, and then that's just, I think that's just filler, right? That's just filler to hold in everything else. What did you send me here, Pause? Is this a foil land? My goodness. What are those from? the D4s. The D4s were like a promo thing. You had to get them from like, I think it was like Game Day or something like that. So Paz has sent me a sweet foil planes here with his name and the year signed on it, which is pretty sweet. Oh, wow. And a foil. Oh, man, Paz, you are too good to me, man. Thank you very much. That's great. Yeah, foil planes from Theros. I will take it, sir. I do have some sweet white decks that these will go into. I actually built... I'm in the process, I should say, of building green-white enchantments with Theros, with new Heliod and all that kind of stuff. So I will definitely put this Theros land in there for sure. And this, you know what? I'm gonna put this into my Arcades deck. Is that cool with you? I'm gonna put this in as one of my planes for Arcades, if that's cool with you. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Paz. Yeah, so there you go. If you completed the trials during pre-release, they gave you one of the D4s. And then a lot of stores had them just like sort of left over. Then we've got this sweet hired heist, this Adriana's Valor, this Animus of Perdition, and this Arcane Savant. Oh, are these cards that you saw me missing out of my binder? Is that what this is, Paz? Where are we? Conspiracy 2, right? So for those of you who don't know, when I did the box of Conspiracy, I did a recap at the end where I went over the cards that I didn't have or that I was missing. The Arcane Savant goes right here, right? 27? Look at that. Boom, fill in a gap. Paz filled that gap for me. Thank you, Paz. Appreciate it. And then this is green, which is right here. Only have one copy in there, so second copy it is. Nice. We'll put it in there. Sweet. Thank you very much, Paz. Right into the collection. See, there it is. CN2. There it is. I can't actually... I don't think I can actually show you guys. Well, maybe I can. You'll have to excuse the mess. And okay, everyone, if you get motion sick, please close your eyes now, and I will tell you when you're good to go. Actually, you know what I can do? I can do this. Don't mind me while I put this up for a second. Nope, not that. This. Let's move this out of the way so that you guys can see what I'm showing off. Don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. We can move this too. Let's see if this works. Are you guys ready? There it is. That's my shelf. Everything's upside down. But that's how my shelf works. See? Binders on the floor there. All the way down to the floor. Everything's upside down. I can flip it. Hold on. Maybe? Can I flip it? I can just do this, right? Hold on. I can fix this. Boop! There, we're right side up now. There you go. So there's my binders of my sets and stuff. You can see all my garbage trash over in the corner there on top of my PS4. Just my electronics. Just random electronics and stuff. But this is the shelf where I put most of my Magic stuff. It goes over further too, but if I go this way, you're going to see even more garbage. So there's more Magic over there. You can see that's unsorted stuff. It's not unsorted, but it's not in binders yet. So there's my Ixalan and my Amonkhet and my Rivals of Ixalan. Needs to go into binders still. But yeah. So that's all my binders. This is the ones across the middle here that you're seeing. That's what I'm trying to do. So all of these binders down here on the floor, they have my sets in them from back when I started collecting. So about 2000 and I want to say 2010-ish, somewhere in that range. And then, other stuff that I've picked up prior to or whatever I started moving into binders back then. So that's what's in all of these binders. And I want to move them all over into those binders up there so that I can actually have them fill the shelves a little bit better, because the big 3-ring binders take up too much space, because the back end of them where the rings are so big that you can only fit, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across. Whereas the smaller binders that don't have the rings in them, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 across, right? So I'm almost double the number of binders across, right? And so then you can fit twice as many sets on one row. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm trying to work on, I should say. I'm trying to work on flipping those around, like flipping all the cards out of those old binders into the new binders. But these binders are pretty expensive, actually. They're like $35, $40 Canadian per binder, which is not cheap when you think, like, these 3-ring binders are $4 a piece, right? It's a big price difference, which is why I haven't really moved a lot of them over yet. But so that's why I said, I'm putting all my new sets into these binders moving forward. And then, do you have a favorite card that instantly comes to mind? Favorite card that instantly comes to mind. It's white. I can tell you that. It'll be a white card. As to which white card, I don't know. Favorite pet card from back in the day when I first started. I have a really soft spot for Alabaster Potion. Like, that's probably and it's not necessarily a good card, but I just have fond memories of playing that card way back in the day when I first started playing Magic. So yeah. And then you can see here, of course, across this one here, we've got our sealed bundles. These are the bundles that are essentially available to the Patreon bundle tier, except for the gift edition bundle on the end there. That's not available in that because it's more expensive than what the bundle tier is. But all the other bundles you see there are part of the bundle program. Then there's, of course, a Theros Collector's booster box there. If you look up higher, you'll see there's my next series up there on that shelf of Masterful Monday. It's all set up and ready to go, pretty much. So when I'm ready to start that, I have that all set aside. And then you can't see it because it's behind my computer monitors, and I'm not going to try to finagle my camera over there right now. But I have 2 more shelves behind my computer. So, like, they're over this way. You can't really see them because that's my computer desktop right there and my microphone. But there are some shelves back there, and they're mostly filled with shoe boxes of cards. And then also, the top shelf on there has a bunch of sealed product and stuff as well. Oh, well, you're welcome, Search Hunter. Yeah, Alabaster Potion. I think that's probably one of the things that does it to me is the art on the card is, like, just gorgeous. I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring this back up now. No, not that. Where are we here? This one and that one. There we go. I'm gonna put the camera back up here, like so, and then we're gonna go flip this thing again. Transform that. And then we can change this here. And then look at that. We're back. We're back. Deranged Hermit. Yeah, that Deranged Hermit. Purely for the art and the squirrels. Fractured Identity is a really cool card. Fractured Identity is a really cool card, yeah. That's one I haven't heard in a while. But yes, it's an interesting card. Holy moly. I'm glad you didn't see all the crap I had. I was able to keep the camera away from most of the garbage in the room. If I had put the camera facing the other direction, you'd see my other side desk that's over there. So, like, the shelves are that way. Right? They're over there. Computer screen and stuff over there. Right? I have another desk. So I have my desk here where I'm doing all the stuff. And then I have another desk. So I've essentially made a makeshift L. right? And that's where my work stuff is. But when I'm not working, that desk is just piled with Magic stuff. Like, just absolutely covered in Magic stuff. And it's like gotten to a point where I need to spend probably a day or two actually like just kind of sorting it and going through it and moving it around to where it needs to be to get it like. And this is what I do. It's like every couple of months I clean that desk off entirely and like organize it all and put it away and put it where it needs to be. And then like after a few weeks, few months, it starts to pile up again. Where one person has the card they need to have. All I know is that in the game I played last Thursday with Hobbs and the other two guys, I played Knowledge Pool. I played Knowledge Pool, and they all immediately went, and I was like, what? What's wrong? It's Knowledge Pool. What's the problem? It seems like a fun card to me. Why is everyone so upset? No one gets to cast anything that they wanted to cast, but they get to cast all these other sweet things that have come out. Like, why not, right? Fractured Identity has to go into Arcades. I mean, maybe. It's possible that it needs to go in there. What, you don't like you don't like Knowledge Pool? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Jonathan? Have you ever played against it? Hasn't it been fun? I'm sure it's been fun. And you're just, you know, not being truthful to me. Right? It must have been fun. No! It wasn't fun. It's never fun. I don't know. It's a great card. I love it. It's... I don't know. It made for some hilarious things to happen. Which, like, you know, we were playing just for fun with these mystery booster boxes. Like, why not? Right? Oh, right. I forgot that I double-sleeved this commander deck. Oh, God. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Double sleeving your deck takes forever. Yeah. You use Knowledge Pool in your Kenrith Drew Pug deck? Nice. Even though it has 95% win rate. Alright. Well, thank you so much, Pause, for that little gift, that little box of cards. If you are interested in sending things my way to, you know, whatever, for whatever reason, I do have a P.O. box. It is available in my About Me section on YouTube, or you can always just message me and ask me, or you can send me an email. I'd be more than happy to give you my P.O. box if you want to ship things my way, by all means. A few people have shipped things to me in the past. Carl has sent me some things. In fact, Carl actually sent me some really cool older stuff. Wyvern. He sent me some Wyvern packs, like a booster box, like it was a starter kit, and then some packs. And I still have one. Where is it? There it is. Hey, look at this. These are still sealed. I haven't figured out what I want to do with these yet, but Carl sent these to me. He sent me 2 booster packs, and he sent me a starter kit one, it was a starter box, yeah, it's right there. I was like, I know I have it here somewhere. There, this guy right here. So Carl sent this to me a while back. We opened up this one because he wanted to see if this had any of the misprints, because the starter kits are the ones that have the possibility of having the Magic cards in it with the Wyvern back on them, which is kind of cool. And then the booster packs don't have that possibility. And then Rick has sent me some stuff in the past. He sent me some deck boxes, and he also sent me some sweet little, like, cast iron miniatures that I still haven't found. I need to find them. I don't know where the heck I put them, but they're not. They're in a box somewhere from when we moved, and I have no idea where they ended up. They're somewhere in my house. They definitely are still kicking around. I just have to find them. But yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me because it's 5:30 here. It's time to get dinner. Who's hungry? I'm hungry. It's time to get dinner, and then I'm gonna put the podcast should go live just after this. So hopefully, if you want more of Mr. B and Charla, it will be there for you. It's a long one this time. It's 45 minutes. I tried to cut it down as much as I could. It was actually like a 55-minute podcast. So I managed to cut about 10 minutes out of like essentially just like blank space and some weird sounds and some weird hiccups with the stories and stuff. So I did edit it down quite a bit, but it is still quite a long one. But it's some funny stuff in there. Some funny stuff in there this week. So stay tuned for that. And have yourselves a wonderful evening, night, early morning, wherever you are. Enjoy your day. Stay safe, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. And the Surge Hunter, we will work it out with what I'm going to do for you for next week. Okay? Thanks, everyone, for watching. And as always, may your pulls ever be better. We get to add your name to this list. It's going to shift everything around. We can do it live. Let's do it live. Is there anybody we can remove? I don't think everybody is here anymore. Let's see. Kevin, yes. Dave. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yeah. Ah. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, there. This one. Propertize. Ah! Whoop. Whoop. Ah! Oh, I don't think it matters. Right. Ho, ho, ho. Take that. Now you're on the list. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. Thanks, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful evening.